I love John Cena, and I don't care what you say about my man. He's the best.
All right, guys, Gemini back with another video, and I thought an interesting topic for a video would be what legacy is John Cena gonna leave behind in the WWE? Um, it's interesting with Cena because even though he's been in the profession for like 15 or 16 years and he's worked so hard and traveled so much and made so much money and had so much success and been all over the world and done amazing things and had this amazing life and been a really hard worker and a good guy overall and a good worker for the WWE. His legacy is that he's still going to get booed when he gets his Hall of Fame induction. He's still going to get booed and hated on by the fans. So I thought an interesting topic would be to kind of discuss what legacy he's going to leave behind. Now, before we can talk about what legacy he's going to leave behind, we kind of need to flash back to the beginning of the hatred for John Cena and where things kind of went south for him and the fans. Let's get into it. Okay, so before we can get started on the legacy he's going to leave behind, we have to kind of examine the beginning. Before this, he won the world title from JBL at WrestleMania 21 in 2005. That was in April. Later, he was drafted to Monday Night Raw in June of 2005, and they debuted him on the highlight reel with Chris Jericho. At the time, he was wildly popular with the fans. He was still coming out with his spinner necklace, and he was still doing kind of the like the gangster rapper type gimmick. And I think the fans were really into it at the time. But for some reason in 2005, WWE and Vince McMahon decided that it was kind of time to change him up and turn him into the chain gang soldier. And this kind of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Now, around this time frame, people started noticing a lot of changes in the way John Cena was doing things. You started hearing a lot of smatterings of boos in late 2005 when he was feuding with Kurt Angle. Chants of "you can't wrestle, you can't wrestle, you can't wrestle." I think people at the time were extremely turned off with the fact that he had ditched the rapper gimmick and he had switched over to the Marine type gimmick where he was saluting and whatnot. And now people were really rubbed the wrong way and thought it was really cheesy, corny, and stupid with the hustle, loyalty, respect angle. Now we're getting into the origin of the hatred. For instance, you can see the fan flipping him off right there. This is One Night Stand 2006. And you can see just the hatred spewing for his gimmick, portraying a WWE superstar. And now it became cool to hate Cena because everyone saw that they didn't like the new gimmick. They liked the rapper gimmick. And now everyone saw Cena was vulnerable. And it became fun for the fans to boo and hate on John Cena. It became a big part of the show to hate on his gimmick and hate on the man. So between the years of late 2005 and pretty much through John Cena's current time in the WWE, the fans' reception to him has been really, really negative. I have to say that it's overwhelmingly 70% boos and maybe 30% cheers for the guy. And what really, really sucks about what has happened with John Cena is, like I said, even though he's worked so hard, because maybe he was hung with a bad gimmick, and maybe he was fed some bad lines on fudge and mustard promos, the fans are going to remember the booing part of John Cena. The fans are going to remember, even though he's done all this hard work with Make-A-Wish and whatnot, and made like 250 Make-A-Wish things, and made a lot of kids' dreams come true, even though John Cena's done more good for the WWE than bad, people are going to depict him as this evil human being when it's not necessarily the case. What John Cena has dealt with from the fans in the WWE and what he will continue to deal with for the rest of his time, even when he leaves WWE and gets inducted in the Hall of Fame, it's not really fair to the guy. who has worked so hard for so many years. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to leave behind a legacy of quite frankly, a lot of fans feeling sorry for what he's had to deal with. At least I feel sorry for what he's had to deal with. Now, you're sitting at home and you're watching this and you're like, how can you feel sorry for him? He has so much money, he has Nikki Bella, he has a big house, blah, blah, blah. He didn't care, he didn't care. I feel sorry for him because he was never able to really connect with the fans properly and have the fans like him despite so much hard work and years of blood, sweat, and tears. It's kind of a travesty that WWE hasn't turned him heel at this point to kind of fix the legacy because, like I said, getting booed at your own Hall of Fame induction, that's the legacy right now that he's going to leave behind. And it's kind of sad. You know, Cena deserves better than that. So, anyways, I'm curious to get your guys' comments on this video. Thanks for watching. I'm Gemini. Have a good one.